All right, what is going on, everybody? Brent's Bricks here with another set review here, a 2021 set review. So super hyped to do these first 4 reviews here on the channel. It's not like it's every day that literally somebody getting their start on YouTube doing Lego has their hands on some early sets. I mean, I can't even believe I'm saying that. So coming off that last set, 76172, here is 76173. Super awesome set here. We got 3 awesome minifigures, I believe, all which are exclusive to this set. I don't think any of these, especially with the Spider-Man with the arm printing, the Carnage might be the same as he's been in some other sets, but I do know that this Ghost Rider is new to this set as well. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get right into it. All right, so the first minifig we get in this set is Carnage. Now, like I said in my previous videos, I'm not the biggest Marvel Lego guy. I do like Marvel, but when it comes to Lego, I pretty much keep it around Harry Potter and Star Wars. But I gotta say, this Carnage is pretty darn snazzy, if I do have to say so myself. Now, I get into the negatives. One thing I'm not crazy about is the crazy kind of tentacle contraption going on back here. Now, from the front, it doesn't look as bad. I mean, other than, you know, this sort of jetpack piece, or, you know, the piece holding in his tentacles is black, so that kind of sticks out. Then the kind of dark red pieces holding the rest of those tentacles, you know, they kind of stick out as well. I understand Lego probably doesn't make that piece in a regular red color, but it's, man, if they were able to just make that piece in red, it would do a lot for this figure, I really think. And, man, I hate to feel like I'm nitpicking. If I go ahead and show you the figure without all this extra stuff, you'll see what I mean here. Okay, and now we have the figure without all of his extra tentacles and things like that. And again, back printing when it's really not needed, because that's going to be blocking it most of the time. So it's almost like Lego knew, well, if they're not crazy about this big thing, let's at least do some cool back printing there, because this figure just looks way better without that stuff, I really think. I mean, I built the figure like, you know, like you do, and I forgot about all this craziness, and I was like, oh, well, now I gotta add all that in there. And I mean, the leg printing, the foot printing at the very bottom, I mean, the figure is very, very well done, and I just feel like this extra stuff, it's cool. I'm sure, you know, for the younger kids, they're going to appreciate this. But I feel like the big Marvel buffs, and like I said, I'll reiterate, I'm not the biggest Marvel guy. So, you know, maybe, you know, the bigger Marvel fans will have their opinion about this stuff. But as just an aesthetic, you know, looking at it from a Lego aesthetic, how good the figure looks, you know, without all its extra stuff on it, I just feel like it looks way better like this. I mean, you have the back printing there for a reason. So, but yeah, anyhow, I'm going to stop my rant about this Carnage, because overall, it's a pretty awesome figure. And you can have it with or without this squid thing. All right, and here is Spidey himself. Now, if you watched my review on the Sandman and Spider-Man set, this will be the same exact Spider-Man, minus, you know, we got these little web shooter things in there now. But other than that, it is the same exact figure. It's going to be that new arm printing there on the Spider-Man now. I kind of already went into it about how that arm printing just, it's just a completely different red than the red on the whole rest of the figure. Now, I mean, obviously, some arm printing is better than none, but I think at the end of the day, the only bad thing I could say about this figure is the arm printing, you know? So, but other than that, this is another good way. If you don't want that Sandman and Spider-Man set, if you're not crazy about Sandman, but you want this Spider-Man, this set's going to be great for that. It's a $20 set, and you get 2 other really awesome minifigures with it. All right, now here is a good look at this awesome Ghost Rider. Now, the little accessories in his hand, I'm assuming that's what that is for. I just built this whole set, and I double checked through the steps, and those little spirally transparent pieces, they don't go on the car. So I'm assuming they are for Ghost Rider to hold and kind of use as weapons here. But that's really here nor there. The rest of this figure, pretty awesome. I'd say the biggest thing that makes this figure cool is that dual molded head. The torso printing, pretty basic. You got some back printing there, but there's nothing on the arms. Basic black legs. That headpiece is really what makes that figure come to life, I guess you could say. Now, if you're not familiar with the way this head works, that is not a hairpiece. If you've gotten the Hades that came in the Disney collectible minifigure series, it's pretty much the same thing, except obviously different printing and everything else here. But this hair, or flames, I should say, does not come off. That is all one piece right there. So for me, I don't mind that at all. Others might have their different opinions on that and want to be able to take that hair off and put it on other characters, or flames, I should say. It's not necessarily hair. But yeah, I think overall that headpiece and the flames on his head really sells the figure. There's nothing too much else to write home about. It's pretty basic torso printing, really. I mean, it looks nice enough, and back printing is there. But yeah, I really think just the head printing and the flames there really bring this figure to life. So yeah, that's it for the minifigures, and let's move on to the build here. Here is the main build of this set. Now, it's kind of a Dodge Challenger kind of, well, Dodge Challenger, but it's not, obviously. I'm not the biggest Lego Speed Champs guy. You know, I do have this Ferrari F40 right here, but other than that, this is the only Speed Champion set I ever got. But I think, could be very wrong, but I think they're doing away with Speed Champions, and that's kind of why we will see more stuff like this. For example, Lego City, they just came out with a set that is just 2 cars, one of which looks a lot like a Ferrari without the badges on it. And so yeah, I think that's kind of the basis of where that's going with Speed Champs. I don't think we're going to be seeing much of Speed Champions anymore. That being said, this set right here, or this car, I should say, is pretty cool. If you don't like all the flashy kind of stuff on the back and trust me, that's how there's not one of these for each wheel. They give you one big one for one of the big wheels and a small one for one of the smaller wheels up front. So that is the arrangement they want you to put that stuff in. Now, if you don't like all of that flame work and everything, it does show you 2 ways of which you can set it up. Basically, you can replace this section right here with just another one of these cheese plates, little 2x2 cheese plate on either side, and then on the back right there, if you don't like those flames, you can also replace it with another cheese slope. So at first I thought, oh man, that's kind of not ideal, you know. I want to be able to just have all my parts on there. But, you know, if you did want to display this in a way that you would want to be more clean and not so flashy, you could also do it like that. So I will go ahead and show you what that looks like all cleaned up. All right, so here is your Marvel Dodge Charger, or whatever you want to call this thing. Here it is, all cleaned up. Now, I'm not the biggest car guy in the world. I used to be a lot more into cars than I am now, but I will say it does look a lot better, I think, cleaned up. And I know the nice angles you get on both of the undersides of the vehicle right there are very nice. You get a lot of nice slopage going on the bottoms, which is really nice because this kind of emulating a Dodge Charger, it is very, or Challenger I should say, is very flat on top. But to achieve the angles on the underside and the middle and on the back and on the front there, to get those nice angles in there, comes out looking pretty nice. Now you do have the big giant wheels on the back there, as well as some small wheels in the front. Now, like I said, used to be into cars. You know, that is exactly how you would set up a very, very powerful drag car to go very, very fast in a straight line, to have those big giant wheels on the back there. So, you know, that is a very, very nice look if you're into that kind of car. And another thing to mention, the stud shooters on the front is usually something that, you know, especially on like any kind of other Star Wars ship or anything like that, usually people aren't too crazy about having stud shooters. Now, I think, you know, that just kind of emulating one of those big giant engines, I think it looks pretty good. It's not too bad. I mean, for the set being obviously for younger kids, you know, it's not the most serious vehicle. I think stud shooters on the front is a good idea. It looks good. If you want to leave it that way, if you want to use the play features and fire them off, I'm sure my 5-year-old would have a blast doing that. So, very nice car here. You know, now I will say, when you do put all of that stuff back on, it's not the most simple switch there. You know, you do only have to take off, you know, that you know, you're taking off 3 cheese slopes, but you're putting back on quite a lot there. But all in all, very fun little build, I think, for $20 especially. But you're getting this car and 3 minifigures for $20. That is definitely not that bad of a deal, in my opinion. I mean, you look at a Lego Speed Champions Ferrari right next to it, and this build right here is $15 in itself, and it is, you know, that's all you get right here with the $15 from the Speed Champs, and you get that one minifigure on the inside, versus literally only a $5 price increase, and you get a slightly bigger vehicle, and you get 2 more minifigures and all this sort of fun stuff to throw in there. So again, I don't think there's anything to complain about with this set. So let's look at all of our stuff together here on the big table and give you my opinion. One very quick thing I wanted to add. Now, I do love features where you can interchange things and make vehicles look different, but you're either left with these 3 cheese slopes, or you're left with all of this transparent stuff. Now, this probably, actually most definitely, is not a intended feature, but we have 3 available studs right there, and I think it would not be the worst look in the world to just throw those in there. And to be honest, it's pretty seamless, other than this one sticking up kind of out of the way. You might say, that doesn't look good right there, but you stick those on there, you're not going to lose your cheese slopes, and that's the whole build right there, you know, other than your minifigures. So I mean, that kind of unintended storage spot is pretty good for your extra cheese slopes to go in. So there you go. There's another positive for this set. And a quick look at the instruction manual.
gonna be pretty much the same exact thing in the last instructions, except just a bit bigger. Showing off some more of those Spider-Man Summer 2021 sets. Very nice. Other than that, not much else special in the instruction booklet.
And if you really cared that much, these are what the extra pieces in the set looks like. Okay, so all in all, this set for 20 bucks, I don't think you're going wrong with this. I mean, you're getting the same size, if not bigger, than a $15 Speed Champions car. So you're getting the car. You know, there's your $15 right there. And then you get 3 very awesome minifigures. I mean, not all are exclusive. Obviously, you can get this same Spider-Man in this set. But, you know, if you don't really care about having the Sandman and you really just want that new Spider-Man, I mean, spending $10 more than that on this and you get an awesome car, Carnage, and Ghost Rider. I mean, I don't really see anything bad about this set at all. The car is a good build. The figures are good. It's only $20. I mean, I just don't see anything bad about this set. It's not overpriced. It's good for the money. You can set the car up either with or without all the flames and craziness on it. And other than that, there's nothing else bad I can say about this set. Playability's good. Figures are good. The value for your money is good. I mean, all I gotta say is I definitely recommend it. If you're into Spider-Man and you need a good Spider-Man, you need some good Spider-Man-like figures, this is definitely a good set to be looking out for when it comes out on January 1st, 2021. So that wraps it up for here, folks. Thank you very much for watching all the way into the end here. And since you have watched all the way to the end here, you will be informed about the 501st Battle Pack that I am giving away to my first 50 subscribers. Do you like 501st Battle Packs? I like 501st Battle Packs. And since my channel right now probably has like 2 subscribers, I wanted to do a giveaway from the jump. Within my first 50 subscribers, if you are one of those, I will be picking one at random to give away a free 501st Battle Pack. Even if you just want to have a nice one to keep sealed on the shelf and maybe sell it for $1 bajillion in a couple years, here you go. All you gotta do is subscribe. So thank you all so much for watching. You guys are the best. To be one of the first OG subscribers here from the beginning, I wanted to do something special for you. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't stop building.